Hey friends, welcome to the Stationery Cafe, your podcast for everything stationery, journaling, and planning related. This is April from Penguins Creative, and we have Kelly from Kelly Love Letters here with me today. I'm going to talk about living the analog life, fun things in the community. So join us with a drink, and let's talk about what's new in the stationery world. Hey Kelly, how's it going?
It's good. How are you doing?
Good. I was rushing home because I had a early dinner, but I have my tea ready. I made myself a celestial sugar cookie sleigh ride,
Okay, I still haven't tried that. Is it really
caffeine
good?
free. Oh, when you came up here, I should have just given you a box because I went
Oh,
like kind of
man.
ham and bought like the 6 packs.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And so each box has like 18 tea bags in
Yeah,
it.
they're
So
they're
I
a
have
lot.
a heck ton of sugar cookie
Okay.
sleigh ride.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get in on that. I'm actually enjoying at the New Year's meetup we had Carmen, our friend, brought this lemon glazed lemon loaf Tazo tea. And
What?
so I actually bought a pack of that. So
I
I'm
love Tazo's tea. Their
it's
flavors are
yeah.
so good.
Well, and there's no
What?
sugar, but it's like a tastes sweet. It has like licorice root or something that makes it
Yeah.
sweet. I don't know.
That's
It's
that's what this
magical.
thing do to me too. This sugar
Yeah.
cookie sleigh ride, like it feels like I'm drinking something that smells like
Yeah.
sugar cookie, even though there's like zero sugar. But man, we're just fooling ourselves. But it's good.
Yep.
Caffeine free, so good for
Yep.
the evening.
Mine too. Yep.
So
It's
yeah,
a
I
good
just
time.
I just have it all hot and stuff. I can't drink it right now. It's literally boiling water. But yeah, another day podcast. I was just about to like start off by saying like, yoo-hoo, day 16, low buy success so
Mhm.
far. Like I have bought only 3 stickers from Sticky Club, like
Interesting.
due to their sticker day sale, like 30% off or something like that. So I'm doing so good. Holy moly, I can't believe myself. But I have been like holding back too. Like there's some instances where I'm like, I almost bought a fountain pen but did not. Like,
Which
oh,
one?
well, it's still ongoing. Like I'm about to break it, but like I added it to cart. But then remember that, oh, I have my goal of no only 4 pens, so I can't just recklessly
Oh.
add the sorrel, like the mustard eco the Tusby into my cart. The one
Oh,
that's like the Japan only one.
why do you want that? You don't even want that.
But it's like I'm shopping from Nagasawa. Like it's a special pen. And so
Mm.
but I put it in and I
It's
took it
not that
out.
special. It's it's just a Twisby, like let's be real.
It's mustard color. It's special. Plus, I sold almost all my Toothpicks, so now I'm just kind of like, I need more pens to put my shimmer inks in.
That's fair.
So that was kind of my
You're not
problem.
wrong.
Um, so I'm also, I'll talk about it in literally my new item and why I'm like
Yes.
congratulating myself, but also like about to plunge down into the buy section. But also another fun thing I did is I sent out, well, actually, no, I finished all my holiday cards
Hey.
finally. And basically, anyone who didn't receive it, you did not make the cut because I decided I'm not gonna do it anymore. Like last night was the last night I'm gonna work on my holiday slash Christmas slash
Mm,
New Year slash
mhm.
like Chinese New Year card. Like
Yeah.
I'm sending them out tomorrow, and like last night was the night I end things. I have a list, and then like unfortunately some of you guys just couldn't make the cut because I'm too
Hey,
lazy.
well, the thing is, like, April sends stuff to a lot of people. I don't know. I feel like it's too unrealistic to be like, every person you know gets a card.
I'll try to like gradually do it, but like it's just too much. It's too many cards. And
Yeah.
plus I once I get into it, I really get into it. So I like decorate the envelopes, with stamps, and I also
Oh,
decorate
yeah.
the insides, and then I also put in some freebies. So like each card is basically a assembling of like a little happy mail. So
Yes.
It's
The
fun.
woo mail is special.
It's really fun, but also very time consuming.
Oh, for sure.
So that's it. Sorry, the next card is just gonna be a normal card. It's not gonna have any holiday features to it. Like you might get a rabbit sticker, but that's it. How about you? Have you succumbed to any shopping since we begin the new year?
Maybe just a little bit. I haven't gone too
Any new
crazy.
Kawekos or
Nope. No new Kawekos.
did they come out with like a new like sage green color that's only like Asia
Yes.
limited or something?
It's very cute and I still don't have it and I'm very proud of myself. I haven't bought anything like really big. I've been kind of buying bits and pieces at work because you guys just imagine that you work in a stationery store and you get a discount and you just have access to all this stuff every single time you go in to make money, and then you go, oh yeah, maybe I'll just grab this, you know, and
No,
so
I relate because I do the same thing.
yeah. So yeah, I think I bought like a couple sheets of stickers,
Oh,
maybe a
right,
little
because you guys
washi
added
tape.
some stickers to your store.
Yes. Yeah,
Nice.
we've been getting sticky,
Mm,
which are so much fun.
Sticky Club. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Did you try to like get in all the Ame sheets? I've always wondered, like, do you guys get to pick the
Yeah.
patterns you want, like, or?
So yes, I'm not the one that orders them, but
Hmm.
I want to tell our buyer that I want her to get the Ame ones.
Because I remember seeing the story and I was like, huh, could do better than this.
Damn, okay, I see. I
Just
see
kidding.
how it
Just
is.
kidding. All sheets are great. There's just some that's like my particular taste, and I realize
Yeah.
you're missing out on not getting the funny frogs and like
Frogs. Yeah.
the duck with the knife. You're missing out on
Ah,
those.
there's a duck with a knife. I
Yeah.
want that one. Oh man.
I bet your buyer would be like, "What the heck? Why are you like introducing to the regular citizens of like Pearl Street, like Pearl District, all these like weird animal like with knife situation?"
Yeah,
Like,
it's sometimes we have to do these things.
not everyone has our taste.
Yeah.
But anyway, so actually, why don't I start with the new items?
Yeah.
New to me.
Yeah, what are you, this is kind of old news, dude.
There's two things I want to talk about. So
And
one,
that's coming from me.
and so one's old, but new
Yeah.
to me because in the grand scheme of things, Nagasawa did come out with a new ink. That's the
Mm.
onomatope series, the onomatopoeia sounding, like where
Onomatopoeia.
onomatopoeia.
That's such a weird
I
word.
I said onomatope because that's how the
I like that.
Japanese ones say spell it out. That's how they spell it. Onomatopoeia, is that how you say it?
Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia.
You know what? I bet we're both literally saying it wrong, so I don't.
Shoot.
But it's
my world is now like flip on its end and I cannot continue this conversation.
but it's
Shoot.
onomatopoeia. It is
Onomatopoeia.
it is a
Onomatopoeia. Okay.
it's a word that like an onomatopoeia is a word that sounds like what it is, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Onomatopoeia. And so the Japanese
Yes.
name is onomatope. That's how they end it.
Onomatope. Yeah.
Yeah,
Onomatope.
onomatope. And so they had like Nagasawa came out with this series, and they even made pens, like fountain pens, with
Mhm.
the same things, right?
Yep.
And then at a recent meetup, my friend brought over like 3 of the new inks she bought from Nagasawa, like new to her collection, not new to the series. But there is one singular new one called Yura Yura, which is this glittery purple one, and I should have linked that one to you. I don't know why, but that one's so
Yeah, why-
pretty. So that was new to me, and then that led me down the rabbit hole of like, 'cause she also brought kasha
Mhm.
kasha, which is
Mhm.
the sound of a shutter. Like the description is very cute, like grandfather and his like own camera, like when he took a
Oh,
photo of me, the kasha kasha sound, and it's like a grandfather e gray. I mean, why do I say
that's
grandfather?
cute.
And then the other color that really like hit me was casa, and it's like this
Mhm.
olive green, and it fits perfectly in my Sailor Pro Gear lemon that I got from Maruzen, because the color blends like when
Mm,
you first write, it's like a little deeper green and then lightens up to a yellowish olive, and I was just like, oh, it's meant to be. And
that is
so
for sure an April color.
I would say though the Casa Casa and the Kasha Kasha are the
Mhm.
relatively newer ink colors of the series. And then and I really wanted the Fuku Fuku color too, which is this like kind of deep terracotta kind of brown
Yeah,
color.
it
And
looks
so
like red bean paste.
yeah, it's supposed to represent like kind of like this softness, like fuku fuku. I don't know. It's like
Mm,
summer sun. I don't know. But anyway,
yeah.
it's new to me that Japan has them all. So
Oh yeah. See,
Nama
I actually
Noma.
knew that already, so I feel smart.
Can you say that word again?
Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia. Colors. Oh my goodness, I've been saying the wrong way the
Hey,
entire day.
like I say, I what if I'm wrong? I could be wrong.
No, you're probably right.
I'm
But
not an expert.
so I was really happy of that. I like perceive this ink like new to me, but I'm sure new to a lot
Yes.
of people too. I mean, we're not always on top of Nagasawa's cool ink collections because we know them more for the Kobe inks, right?
Yeah.
Um, and then like since I was gonna talk about ink, I mean another new ink that came out that is officially announced to be available soon to the US, like
Yes.
globally, is the Yurameku second edition, the inks that change color. I actually don't even remember what they named like the first series. Like, did they go with a theme?
I don't know that they really did because
Because
I
this one they went with a theme. They
the
said
heart.
yes, the fluctuating heart. And I just thought that was kind of interesting and funny. Because some of the words are very like I was trying to look them up to figure out what it meant. Like
Hmm.
what does that kokoro mean? So kokoro means heart.
Yeah.
And then so the colors are like hana kokoro, suki kokoro, tate kokoro, and kokoro guma, zare
Uh-huh.
kokoro. And so uh first of all, not even going into the names, I like the
Mhm.
series more because the colors are more pronounced. I feel
I
like
do too.
the first edition all feel murky to me. Like they're
Yep.
just
They're like
murky
they're like watercolor water,
water treatment
like
plant color, you
like
know.
paint water. Yeah.
Yes. So
It's
so this one I came across like this page that swatched it, and sorry I didn't share that with you, but
God, you're
like
just not with it today.
all the colors are so bright. I'm gonna drop it in here so you can like check it out.
Oh,
One
cool.
that's in the TL shop. Date Gokoro means the heart that looks for something glamorous and wild, and it's this like glamorous purple color. Like I feel like it's really fitting. And
Hmm.
then I think this other one that caught my eye, I think, um, is I think kokoroguma. Kokoroguma means like
Hmm.
heart with some depth, like the fickle
Mm.
heart. And so it's kind of like this brown with like a bluish tint. Anyway, I really like how much more expressive this series is.
I
Um,
agree.
the Date Kokoro especially. I admittedly did buy a bottle when I was up in Vancouver last summer, and just because I was at Buchan, that stationery store, Buchan Stationery, they're actually going under renovation right now
Oh,
because their floor got flooded by like the
oh
recent
God.
weather, and like their carpet floors are all just like in this one
Oh.
1 inch deep of like water. It's kind of sad, but kudos to them. They're gonna renovate. They're gonna look so good. So I bought a bottle there, but I have
Of
not
the
even
original?
of the first edition.
Yeah.
One of the colors that looked the closest to green, because
Was
is
it
that
Yoi?
something Kyo something something?
Or Kyo oh no, yeah, Kyokuya?
Yeah,
Something like
yeah,
that.
something
Yeah.
like that. Anyway, the thing is, I did not even like open it to play with it at all. Like
April.
it was kind of like I'm in Vancouver. I'm in a new stationery store. So let's buy something
Yeah,
to commemorate. Everyone does that, right?
I do that.
Right. So
No
that
judgment here.
I know, but I'm really pleased and eager to see that the variation is much more pronounced in the second series,
For
fluctuating
sure.
heart. And I happen to have I'm like just like skipping topics. I happen to have the latest volume of the Shumi no Bungu
I wanted to get that
books,
volume. Did you get it
and
from Yoseka?
I didn't, but I was gonna recommend that. But I was ordering
Ugh.
something from Amazon Japan, so
Oh,
it just
Amazon
came
Japan.
together in an order. But they had the swatch of the old series
Oh.
where it shows like the different variations on
Oh
different
man, I
paper.
need this volume. So
Anyway,
cool.
and I was like, oh, because I never really sat down and like look at people's swatches or how it compares. Like, it just looks so nice in this book. And I was like, to be honest, what really makes a difference is just bank paper, So
Mm-hmm.
you really need to see the swatches of the ink on your favorite paper for you to decide which color you want. And
Yeah.
I was looking at their swatches on the empty paper and it looked pretty nice. So I was like, oh, okay. I like that.
So I want to throw out there that literally today at work, guess who ordered these inks at Oblation? It was me. They're coming.
You should be the one
FYI.
that composes our starting like, jingle,
I've honestly considered doing that, but
You
I'm
should.
like,
Let's record that next
oh my
time.
god.
Today is another episode of Stationery Cafe.
Oh man.
Something like that. Anyway, I'm just here to admit that I'm almost about to buy 2 bottles of inks, and thank goodness I don't hold Kelly's stationery go this year, which is no full ink bottles.
Yeah, that means I can
Segue
just sample more from you and, then
segue
I'm
to
good.
your topic.
Wait, I thought you still had. Oh no, those were the two things. Just
Yeah,
kidding. Um so yeah, segue to my topic. Pelican
because
came at me. So I also just want to go on the record here and say that um so if you don't know what I'm talking about Pelican does this ink of the year every year. If you follow fountain pens, you know about the Edelstein line. So they come out with a color that is referencing a gemstone. So for 2023, they're doing rose quartz, which is my favorite.
Mm.
And it's like, I'm imagining it to be this kind of light pink, which is like the perfect. It's basically if cherry blossom was a stone, that's rose
Oh,
quartz.
oh.
So it's the best. So I like posted this on I posted a picture of the ink bottle on my Instagram story and I was like, oh my god. And then I had like 5 people message me and be like, Kelly, you said no new ink bottles. I'm like, I know, okay, I know. I'm just like throwing the information out there. Like
I am very pleased that people are calling us out on our
no,
our like
but here's the thing. April was immediately like, girl, I got you. I'll get the bottle. You can have a sample. The world will be okay. I'm like, cool. So
But
what I'm most
now that I'm getting these other inks though, I'm not so sure.
no.
I need to see some swatches of this, but I
I
do
know.
love Pelican's Edelstein inks. I have
Yeah.
the olive something that year,
Olivine.
olivine, and then
Hmm.
my favorite ink is the Amethyst
Oh yeah.
2015 ink of the year. That's like rarely found anymore, and I have a full
Yeah.
bottle. So this one also seems nice. I just need to decide if it's a legible pink or not. But
I
sorry,
know.
I
And
this stuff. Yeah.
so Pelican, anytime, or I guess I should say every time they announce their ink of the year, they never release a swatch with it. They just show like
Mm.
a little like a digital color
Mm.
bubble or something and it's not real. So I'm like, I don't know if it's shimmery. I don't know what to expect. Like
I think
so
I remember seeing someone said that it's not gonna be shimmery. Like
but
it's
how do they know? Do they work for Pelican?
no, I thought like it said
Or does it
something
say? Yeah, maybe I
or
didn't read enough.
something.
I don't.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna come at me now. Callie, you should read the thing. So, So the thing is, yes, I'm really excited about this ink, but what I'm more excited about is the matching pen, because every year they come out with
Ah,
the M205 or 20
oh.
whatever that matches the ink. And if it's gonna be a light pink Sakura pen, I'm gonna freak out and buy it. And it's not an impulse buy because I'm already thinking about it.
If you
So
put more thoughts into it, then it's not an impulse buy. Got it, got it. I understand now.
yep, yep. So that's where my next however many dollars is going.
I think the reason why people say it's not glittery or shimmer is that Pelican, released a reel with it, the promo photo, and
Oh.
then there was like a bunch of like seconds of the ink swirling, and then like
Did I
you,
not?
yeah, and you can't see, like, it's not like the swatch, but it's like it's like the
Right.
literal bottle of it swirling, and so you can't, there's no sign of life, no sign of glimmer or sign of shimmer in that movement, if you will. So,
Gotcha. No,
uh-huh.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
So,
That makes sense.
but
Yeah,
no.
that makes it more exciting because I really have a
I like a
love
non-shimmery pink. It's nice.
yeah, I have a
Like,
love-hate
you
relationship
know,
with shimmer inks.
leave the shimmer to Ferris wheel. Someone else can like take on that, right?
That is
Like
you
we
guys.
like our reliable, non-shimmer, readable, usable ink.
That's right.
Wait,
We
that's not saying theirs is not usable. It's just different purpose. Just saying.
dude, do you know how many shimmer inks Ferris Wheel Press puts out? It's like it's way too many. I'm like, are people still buying this? Yes, they are.
They are.
They come in, oh look, there's a new one. I'm like, yeah, it's like there's so many other ones.
But anyway, I'm excited for the inks, and I'm excited for the Pelican Huffs because I missed it last year.
Yes.
So
Oh
hopefully,
shoot. Yeah, I did too. I missed it last year.
hopefully this year we can both make it. Oh, ooh,
Yes.
Cookie just knocked his head against the
Ah.
table. Um, anyway, but the pen though, typically I'm not like that big of a no. I'm just not interested in Pelican pens typically. Like I have one Pelican pen to see what it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
and it's not particularly a pen I reach for too much. I
Yeah.
think my problem with Pelican pens is the fact that you can't see how much ink is in it. It's hard to remove it. No cartridge, or like, or does that one have cartridge and I'm wrong?
No. You're
Okay.
not wrong.
Okay.
But like the thing about this particular series of Pelicans is I want to say
There's an
in
ink
for
window.
well no, they're usually transparent.
Oh, demonstrators. Okay. All right.
But like, colored ones. So
That's right, because I remember the golden barrel from
the
the
golden
other
barrel, the one
year.
from 2022 was apatite, which
Uh-huh.
is a
Oh
type of
wow. See,
stone.
I completely glossed over that edition. Like it was
That's
just
because it was kind of boring. But
all
but this
right.
one is so, and it they also have steel nibs, but
Ah,
Pelican steel nibs are actually really nice.
oh.
They're quite bouncy.
All right.
So I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I'm giving you the money, and I'm ready for it to happen.
Okay. And if I do end up getting the bottle, I'll definitely share a sample with you.
Yay!
Thinking to myself, maybe I'll just get one bottle from Nagaso. Just one instead of two.
Okay.
So moving on to the next topic, I thought we would try something
Oh,
fun.
yes.
It came up like in recent streams by our friends at the Stationery Brew team on Twitch.
Oh, I see.
The topic came up. People were playing games like, if you could bring, what would you bring to a deserted island? Like one thing, two, 8 songs, or like one luxury item, or like of
Mm-hmm.
those categories, what would you bring? And so I thought it would be fun for the two of us to kind of like brainstorm, like if we were on a deserted island. And to be honest, I feel like it's too harsh. I don't ever want to be on a deserted island. Like
Yeah,
maybe
it
like
would that question kind of stumped me too.
a
But I
remote cabin. Can we do that? Like
that would be great.
a remote cabin that we can just like we just
That has like a sewer system.
I
Yeah,
know, yeah, like
running water.
of that scenario, like similar to the sentiments of a deserted island. What would you bring?
So I thought about this, and mine I feel like I I have good reasons behind mine, but yours, what?
And yeah, no, I'm
Wait,
not.
you didn't put a
I'm not.
second one.
I'm not revealing my luxury items
Oh my.
until we say it. But my basic item. We'll start with the basic item.
Okay, sure.
My choice is the Delphonics bag M, the medium
That's
size.
valid.
That's such a useful tool. Like not just for stationery. Like if I'm like I'm forced to go forage. Like I can have a dedicated pocket for the sticks.
That's
like
that's true.
dedicated slot for like the utensil. Like a dedicated pocket for the berries. And then so many compartments for things I need, and without them getting into each other. And the
Oh my
M
god.
size stuff surprisingly many. Like I could put a
Oh
fish in
yeah.
there. So
So this is literally, I'm picturing April's like Animal Crossing avatar, like just putting things in her little pouch.
yes, yeah, right. And like you whip out a giant like caterpillar. I don't know, like a fish thing from your pouch.
Oh my
The
god.
Delphonics bag is just such a basic and useful
That's
tool for all
that's a better
occasions.
answer than what I said. I
A
was like,
little
"Oh yeah, I thought about this."
a
No,
little
this is
side zipper pouch for the candies I find, so
candy on a deserted island.
and remote cabin is our scenario.
But why would there be candy at a remote cabin?
Someone left it from their last trip, maybe.
Oh my god. Oh man.
So
Wow.
what's your basic item?
Okay, well, I feel dumb now, but
Go for it. There's no dumb answers. We're in a dumb scenario, so there's no dumb answers.
okay, so I wasn't thinking of a cute cabin. I was thinking of the question you asked,
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
which is a deserted island.
Okay.
So I thought, what about a platinum preppy with a medium nib? And here's why. Because, okay, in this scenario, I'm imagining that I have figured out how to like forage some shit and like make some ink out of it, and like
Fairy inks.
and I would not be concerned about quote unquote, damaging this pen, because platinum preppies are probably the best fountain pen you can get for the money. They're like what, $6 or whatever,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like they have that mechanism with
Mhm.
the cap, and I feel like if I'm gonna be stranded somewhere, this is kind of a good thing to have. Like it's kind of a good, because if I'm bringing like a sailor or my Mont Blanc, I'm like, I don't want to bring that to an island, get like sand all up in there.
That's
Who knows
true.
what's gonna happen?
Where your scenario is like you're coming back from the island, so you're like only bringing the hardiest item
Right.
there, right? Like
Right. Like
makes
I don't have to
sense.
be precious with a preppy.
I feel like
Precious preppy.
I would do a Twispy though, like enough
With that ink capacity.
ink
No, that's a good
capacity
plan.
to hold what you need. Some blood, if you want to rub with blood.
Oh, that's a better ink than foraging for berries. Oh man.
All right, luxury items. You go first. I want to go last.
Okay. You're gonna show me up. Okay, so I chose an A5 Musubi
Wow,
notebook.
that's luxurious.
I mean, they're like what, 45-ish dollars?
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
they're really well made. They've got the good paper. I have one in this cover that you gave me, April. This Baumkuchen Superior Labor cover.
The musubi itself comes with a linen cover, I thought already.
Well, yeah, but I didn't get one of the fancy covers. I just got the
see.
normal one.
Yeah, the normal one is already
the linen,
gray linen.
yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to make it more fancy. But in this scenario, I just kind of thought, if I'm going to be stranded on a desert island and I'm not going to want something that will run out of paper, and this thing is stacked. This has
You're not going to run out of paper. Like on a hard day, on a really precious day, then you would write in a page. The other days, you're like, I'm still not good enough for this paper, even though I'm on a deserted island.
No, I mean, because
this
there's
fish
so
is
many
not
pages.
good enough to record in my musubi.
I just thought it was a good,
No,
you're not going to worry about
that
not
makes
having
sense.
enough.
That makes sense.
You're welcome. That was a thoughtful answer. What's yours?
My luxury item All right. It's a subscription to the stationery selection.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yes.
That's not realistic.
That's it's luxurious. It's a subscription. It's a very luxurious thing. They airdrop
But
me a box of stationery items every month.
but the whole
Yeah.
point is that no one knows where you are and you're stranded.
Well, the luxury part is the subscription part. They know my address on the deserted island.
Okay, so next time someone says, "What if you were stranded somewhere?" and you go, "I want a subscription box."
Yes, to maybe imperfect food or something like.
Wow.
So they keep coming
okay.
back.
I thought about this game all wrong.
No, I rigged it. But the stationery selection, for those who
Holy.
don't know, is a stationery box you can get from Japan.
Shameless plug.
Yes, and it's run by our lovely friend Mitz. And
This is awesome.
I was just thinking the other day, last year I felt like I hadn't needed any of the subscription services because, we've been on top of things ourselves
Oh,
and we've been
yeah.
buying as fast as they come out. But, who knows? Like this year is the year of like using and like spending a little bit less. And then maybe, things like the stationery selection is gonna like introduce some interesting little items to us, right?
Yeah.
And, who knows, anything in that box could come in handy on a deserted island. They sometimes send scissors.
Like them knowing your address so they can come rescue you.
That's true. I didn't think of that. I guess I should choose being rescued more than a box of free stationery every month. Like,
Oh
actually,
my
I'm good.
gosh.
Just keep sending them here, all right? Let me return to my banana leaf hut and,
Oh my
and
God.
wait for the next set of Shachiada ink pads.
Oh my god, that
Oh
is so good. Wow.
my-
That just happened. That was a conversation.
Anyway,
Wow.
I just really wanted to share my deserted island thoughts, but that was fun.
Oh man. I hope people come after you.
Like April. I was debating
Oh.
between like expensive fountain pen or something, but I'm like, what if
Yeah, that's a terrible idea. You don't want an expensive fountain pen.
you want a box of stuff?
You want to like.
I want to stay on the island. That's what I want.
I love the idea of like getting out an ink pad and a stamp when you're on a deserted island. Like the least practical thing.
and a sticker sheet. I can mark
Like
my
stamping out, "Help
locations on
me."
the tree. Yeah, so I don't get lost on the way home.
Oh my god. Oh, I don't know that I've laughed this much on a podcast. That was a good one.
Oh my goodness. I was thinking real hard on the way to dinner, okay? I was like brainstorming. Elliot's just driving and I'm like have my little note open on my phone. I was like it's really hard. All right. So
Oh.
next section, something you own or something you're interested in.
Yeah,
Do I go first? Let's see.
sure. Yeah, what's your. I need to know more about these things.
It's actually three things, but I feel like they're in the same category because I've been on a low spend, and so instead I diverted my efforts to art books
Because that doesn't count as stationary.
that doesn't
I see
count as
you.
stationery.
That's a Kelly move right there.
It's a book,
Put it in
so
a different category.
and it's like a collection. So anyway, first book is Aya Bungu, which is the stationery store run by La Dolce Vita, the owner of La Dolce Vita, Bofa. So she publishes these magazines. She hasn't done that in the past 2 years, but this is apparently edition number 5, and it's the desk edition. So
Oh, I love that.
it's like a thick book too. She went and like interviews all these creators in Taiwan and like take photos of their stationery desk or like
I
their
love
their
that.
workstation, and you
I
get
want
to
to look
see
at that.
yeah, you get to see like what they put on their walls,
I
like,
love
the
looking at people's stuff.
calendars, the little knickknacks, they put. And so it was really fun because it's basically this whole book is just pictures of like glimpse into people's,
And you're
stationery
not in
corner.
there?
I mean, I'm not like prevalent in the Taiwanese circle to be
But they should see
found,
what you've got going on, and then they'd be
and
like,
which is a
"Damn, we should have got
mess.
April in there."
And look at this like minimalistic. So there's like a variety, like a
Ha! That's funny.
spectrum of stationery desks. So like from really cluttered, full of like those letterpress trays with where people put a lot of stamps, to
Yeah.
like these pottery people who has like really simplistic layouts. I just really
I mean,
enjoyed.
that's great for them.
I mean, it works for
Simplistic
their
layout.
lifestyles, but I really enjoy
Yeah.
flipping through this book. And I
Yeah.
got it from Pinkoi. So actually, this was bought last year. So this wasn't considered this year's purchase. Like, it just
Oh.
came really late. But
Yeah.
I,
Oh, because it was a yeah.
yeah, in a way, I wanted to support her for even like
Yeah.
self-publishing something like this. Like, this is a very like well done book. Like, it's a magazine size, and
Yeah.
all the photos, all the interviews, the layouts. Like, I think she did it all herself. The
I want to
second
look at
book,
it.
yeah, next time you come up, you gotta look at it.
Ugh.
Second book, Kylie Falls. Do you know about this artist? I feel like I talk about her a lot. So she's this like American
No.
living in Japan, and she like illustrates these super realistic but like beautiful Japanese food and like
Oh.
dessert. And so she finally published all her drawings
Oh, I do know her. We've talked
into,
about her before on the
yeah.
podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, she does like,
Ooh.
sakura mochi, like,
Yeah.
parfait drawings, and
I recognize that onigiri that you
all,
flipped by.
all the matcha thingies. I just love her
Nice.
style, and she published a book called The Wonderful and Delicious in Japan. And so it like basically a regular, what is this, A5 size book.
It's a very realistic drawing style.
Yeah, and it's actually a lot of some of her arts are on the sticky club sheets, so you should pick those sheets
Mm.
up for your store.
April's just judging everything.
And I love this book because it's not just like an art book where it shows her drawing. She actually like writes about
Oh,
them, and
is that
she,
a kitty?
yeah, kitty meringue
Oh,
on like a latte
oh my
art.
god, I'm obsessed.
Super cute. And so she recommends the store and the actual cafes where she like took
Oh,
that photo and draws them. So this whole
I
book is
love
like
that.
a whole book about like sweets and cafes to check out, or restaurants to
Nice.
check out in Japan. So I'm definitely going to reference this the next time I travel. Like, there's obviously the more like
Ooh,
guidebook
yeah.
versions of it. So, and
FYI, I also have a book sort of similar to this that I bought when I lived in Japan, and it's like specifically cafes.
oh yeah, there's a lot of that lifestyle
Yeah,
wise.
I'll have to show that to you sometime. It's really cool.
So that was the second book that's like slightly stationery adjacent, because I own so much of her stickers and like I
Yeah,
love her art, and I almost bought her stickers. I think the first time I talked about her, she was only selling these food stickers through Redbubble, like this
yeah,
the
that's what I remember us
the
talking
printing
about.
store. Anyway, so I'm glad I could like collect her art in this way rather than
Yeah.
like through buying postcards or something like that. And then the last one is obviously the one I showed earlier, Shumi no Bungu Box. It's a basically hobby magazine that features stationery, and this same, I think, publisher also does the System Techo book, and then also does the ink catalog book that comes out like every half year maybe. This one's the
Yeah.
more frequent quarterly one. But this volume is 2023, published in January, volume 64, features so many inks, and it's got like this
I need it.
amazing like inks, like this accordion fold section that
I've
has
had
like,
that magazine before.
ah,
It's so good. There's so many colors.
I know, I love it. And it was like showing all these new pens that I've not seen or that I've seen. And then the best part is the main reason I bought this magazine is because there's actually a featured column written by our own Fude fan at the very back.
Yes. I think
And
I did know that.
Jacob and Mark, sorry if I pronounced your last name incorrectly, he wrote a column about Techokaigi, and then he
Oh,
referenced the Stationery Brew, the Twitch team, and the Stationery Cafe.
no way.
Yeah, because
Oh my
basically
god.
I contributed to this article. He asked me some
Oh,
questions, and I was like explaining how it is, and then he's like, okay,
Yeah.
actually, April, just to let you know, I'm actually writing for this column, so it's published already. And I was like, okay.
Oh,
So
cool.
my Techo Kaigi Twitch stream is actually in the little
Ah!
image on his phone on his plotter,
Whoa,
which
that's
is
really cool.
lovely. But
Nice.
so at first when I bought this, I was just like, oh, I just wanted to collect this column, you know.
Yeah.
But there's actually a lot of great articles in there. There's some like articles about how to clean converters, how to clean
Mhm.
nibs, and then there's a lot of actually quite a few features about Techo users. Um,
Mhm.
they featured Saburo 36, the one that's in Kichijoji. I don't know if you've been to that stationery store. I feel like everyone's been to that one. And then the the
I'm like, maybe, I don't know.
the founding of Taisho Roman, the
Oh,
guitar
okay.
inks.
See why I meant to talk to you, because
We're like
Tokyo Inklings
shouting out
made
to the next
made me,
podcast.
yeah, they really made me want to get my hands on a bottle of that, which of course I cannot, but please someone get me a sample of one of those inks, because like I think it was
I have the nostalgic honey.
of course.
And then Nita has the emerald granny green one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I need to just hit you guys up and steal your ink. But in their like I think it was the first 2023 episode they did, they were discussing like just how cool that brand is
Yeah.
just generally, and I'm like, well, shoot, I want to get my
And
hands on
hey,
some.
we talked about it way before they did.
That's true. But they knew more about it
They
though.
do. They do know more
They
about
like
it. I
researched
have
what's
to be
that.
like, they're the experts. Give that to them. We're the hobbyists. No, just kidding.
Oh.
But anyway, really recommend, and like Kelly just said, did you get it from Yoseika? Yoseika carries them, so she has the
Yes.
latest. They have the latest volume, and then I think Kinokuniya. If you have a Kinokuniya near you, they have it too. Because I
But
remember rushing to them on like the first weekend of January, and they still only have the volume 63, and I was like,
yeah,
no.
I feel like Kinokuniya can be hit or miss with the magazine.
Well, they do carry it, and you can actually subscribe through them. Like you can ask them
Oh,
to
what?
subscribe for you so that they do come every month, like every release that they have.
Well, that's pretty cool.
So
I
that's a
might
thing.
do
And you have
that.
the membership. You should totally do that.
I know.
Do the
It's worth it
do the
every year.
System Tetra one, and then I'll share with you.
Oh, okay.
That
And
one
you get
comes
me
out
the
like
inks
that
and
one
I'll get.
comes out every half year, I think, every 6 months. That one's not as frequent. But anyway,
Nice.
so that's my recent acquired items. And you?
So mine is a little vague. I so okay. Sometimes I will sit at my desk and be like, all right, what are the moon phases for the year, and write them in my little, whatever. So this, where is it? This year, I wrote it in my B6 size
Mm-hmm.
planner that is by the Clothespin brand.
Mm.
So I'm sitting here going through, being like, all right, full moon, new moon, which I mark with a little yellow circle and a little dark circle because I'm cute like that. So then I'm like, oh look, okay, August this year, 2023, August 1st, full moon, August 16th, new moon, August 30th, another new moon,
Oh.
and that's actually called a blue moon. That's hence the phrase "once in a blue moon." So
Oh, and like the beer.
yes.
Sorry.
So I kind of got a wild hair and was like, ooh, I want to like research about blue moons and like what do you do, and so I bought this book, and yeah, we're talking about books on the Stationery Cafe. It's called Moon Magic, and it's by
Oh.
Diane Alquist, and I think this is the same lady that has created 2 Oracle decks. No, maybe I'm wrong.
Mm.
I might be wrong. Sorry. Don't quote me on that. But Anyway, it's just all about like what should you focus on during the new moon and the full
That's
moon.
kind of cool. And then you were gonna
I
do
know.
some reflective journaling based on the moon
Yeah.
phases. Fun.
Yeah, so I've just been thinking about it. I went to my local metaphysical shop to buy this book, and then I went to, have you ever been to Case Study Coffee in Portland?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
So there's one on Northwest 23rd now, and they their matcha is like they use like a jasmine matcha, and it's
Mm.
really good. So I
Oh.
had that. Highly recommend.
Oh man. Okay, when I go down to the Pacific Northwest Pen Show, we can go get a sip. Well, I can. You're gonna be working.
I won't. I'm gonna be too busy.
But yeah, the moon phase is cool. Like, okay, I'm reading up about blue moons. It comes only
Yeah,
about every 2 to 3 years, so very
isn't that
rare
cool?
in occurrence. And then apparently in 2037, there's gonna be two blue moons in a year.
Mm. Oh shoot, that'll
That
be a special one.
that's a
See,
special
I love
year.
nerding out about this stuff, and then I start thinking about, oh, what's gonna be happening in my life then, and like it.
Um,
It actually makes me think of my dad too, because he would always like it whenever there was a particularly crazy uh, astronomical event. Is
mm-hmm.
that even a word?
No, that's a word.
Yeah, he was always like super
Nomatopia.
into it. Like he, yeah, exactly. So really quick side story, just to talk about this because it's funny. So when I was, have I talked about this before? When I was like, I don't know, maybe 9 or 10 years old, my dad decided to take me and my brother camping. We used to
Mm,
go in the middle of nowhere, no campsites or anything, just tent and what, just you and the wilderness. And because he really wanted to see this like meteor shower that was going
mm.
on, it was really cool. So he took us out, no streetlights, no air pollution. But this is literally November. And I was so cold.
Like
And
that.
that's all I remember from that is like looking up at the sky, being like, okay, that's cool, and going back in the tent and trying to like warm up. Like,
So another thing you can do with the Musubi notebook is to like tear out the pages and like apply the fire for warmth.
exactly.
And then
Yes.
you're
See, it's
not
multi-purpose.
still not run out of paper.
There's a lot of pages in there, okay?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's all coming back full
It is
circle.
full circle like the moon.
Oh my god. Nice.
Oh man. Um That's so cool. New journal to or new purpose to journal about. Like new
Yes.
things to journal about in your existing journal. I was worried when you
Yes.
put that in. I was like, is there another notebook, Kelly? Another journal? I
I
mean,
actually know.
friends, everyone. Kelly's already planning 2024's
Hey,
journal and
that was
she's
told
like
to you in
in,
confidence.
interrogating me about the Fourier lab and like when it comes out and what it looks like, stuff like that. I'm like, Kelly, can you hold on? It's the third week of January of 2023.
But I'm already planning. I'm pre-planning,
And I
okay?
was like,
Yeah.
what? Why does she sound so urgent in these text messages? Like, hey,
I'm just like, if you want to tell me,
is it
I'd
B6
love
or
to know.
A5? And I was like, what?
All right, I'm never talking to you again. You've betrayed me.
Oh, it's so funny. I was like, oh my goodness, Kelly.
Who's surprised though?
uh, who no one is surprised. So finally, last section, something related to journaling or planning, and I just wanted to share that I've been enjoying using my Hobonichi Weeks. It's my
Yes.
Chinese journal, right? And really enjoy using my Bread Thief
So weird.
pencil board.
I can
and
appreciate it.
and so what I've been doing is really just like having fun, like collaging in the blank note pages of the weekly
Mhm.
section each week. And like, I don't even like journal Chinese really that diligently, but I've just been enjoying the portability and the compactness. And in
Yeah.
fact, I figured out the perfect usage of the blank pages in the back because I never finish or even get to halfway of the blank pages in the backs of my previous weeks. And I think I can this year because our friends have been meeting up. Like we've been hanging out with stationery friends in the city here and there, different groups. And every time we meet, someone always brings new inks. And I've
Hmm.
decided I'm just gonna bring my glass pen every single time to
Oh,
meetups.
is that why you posted that on the, like, when you called out CY and you're
Yes.
like, you can't just bring a glass pen to a cafe, and you're like, watch me.
Watch me and my like 10 glass bottles, like ink bottles. Hey, our friend brought 3 glass pens. But anyway, um,
Oh.
so I've just been enjoying like
Um,
swatching like people's new inks, and I feel like it's a fun activity. And if people are fun stickers or fun like paper or like stamps, I
yeah.
could just like continue to collage and use the
Mm.
blank pages for basically all the meetups moving forward. And I can bring this to pen shows, have people sign in them.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
can bring
That's a good
this
point.
to, future, work events where I go to different stores or whatever, if that ever happens. Oh, if I go to Ablation, I could stamp the Traverse Diner stamp in this one.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's gonna kind of be like my mini Traveler's Journal, but like in Chinese with some ephemerals and very stationery filled. Okay, it's a
Oh,
multi-purpose Hobonichi Weeks.
I love that. I think that's really cute.
Yeah, and it's like it it does what the Travelers can't, which is it has the whole year in one book.
Yes.
So it kind
Because
of
Tomoe River.
it keeps the seasons on one. So I mean, I could do that with the Traveler's Notebook, but it will be switched out, right, based on how
Yeah.
much I've used of it. So the Hobonichi Weeks can be my full year catch all in a compact method with like paper that's great for sampling inks. And I was even thinking, if I go to stationery stores like Dromgool's or Oblations, then I can bring this and ask to sample inks in my own book instead of like
Yes.
on their paper or things like that. So
I I love everything you're saying.
I was just like very proud of myself for coming up with that way of using it.
No, that I love that. It's
Yeah.
very
I
functional.
feel like maybe this is finally the year I can finish a week's.
Yay.
Week 3, I'm very excited.
I know I feel pretty good too about all my little guys. I do have a surprise journal.
Oh,
Is it okay if we move to me?
okay.
Can we talk about me now? So,
Okay.
okay. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned my besties on this podcast before. So my friend Amanda
Mm-hmm.
is a voracious reader. She's the one that read over what I think she read over 130 books last year,
Oh my
and she also has
goodness.
4 kids. She does a
Wow.
lot of audiobooks. um, but so basically, she subscribes to these there's one called like the Bookish Box, and there's like Fairy Loot is another one. So
Mm.
there are these kind of subscription boxes that they'll send you a book, but then they'll also send you little accoutrements, little book themed things. So the other day she was like, "Hey, see this really cute, like, what is this color? This minty green. Like the pages are edged in
Wow.
the same color.
Is
It's
it
got this like rose gold foil with a moth and like what is this kind of
is it like
bohemian?
an A5 bullet journal type book with because the band
Yes, it
reminds me of
is.
it? Yeah.
So I immediately see that she's like, I'm not really going to use this. I'm like, okay. So so the thing is, every single page has the same layout, which
Oh,
is
it's
not,
pre-layout, not
it's
like a
pre-layout. It's all very specific. So
wow.
it's very cute and decorative, and it's specifically a book journal.
Mm.
So it says like, so title, author, genre. It's so you can like write about a book that you're reading, release date, dates read, and then they have these little icons that are
Oh,
like
is
a
it
physical
physical
book, a
book
Kindle,
or an
or
audio
yeah.
headphone audio book?
And then there's the rating, describe this book in
Oh,
5 words, and
that's
then the page count.
cute. So a
Yeah.
guided book journal, basically.
And the craziest part about this is that it's totally fountain pen friendly, which I was not expecting.
Wow.
But then I felt the paper. I'm like, oh, this is pretty good.
Wait, is the paper
Um,
like the thick bullet journal type paper or no?
no, it's
Oh.
I want to say it's sort of like Leuchtturm paper, but I don't know,
Mm.
maybe a little smoother.
Interesting.
It's pretty nice. So I've started journaling about the book I'm reading right now, which is the Sixth Zodiac Academy book. And if you know, you know. So I'm like, I wrote a quote in there that I thought was really funny, and then I'm writing about like just how the book is making me feel. It's very nerdy, but you know,
No, I love it. And I feel like this book can be used like continuously.
for
Like
a long time.
it's not dated and so it's not
Yeah.
restricted within a certain period. So you can literally try to fill it up if you want to, I guess. And I think
Yeah.
you can even put in like manga or like things like any
Yes.
media you
Ooh,
consume could go in there technically.
that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
this could just be a
Media journal.
yeah. I could be
Oh.
like all the cool kids that have media
I know
journals.
everyone's doing media journal lately. Everyone's so cool. I love consuming stuff, but I don't journal about them enough, which is kind of like a pity. Um, I am watching this show called the Cooking for the Maiko House, and it's like this Japanese drama that's on
Um,
Netflix, and it's the super Kelly, you'll love it. It's like modern day Kyoto, but these two young
ooh.
girls trying to learn to become Maikos, which is
Oh
like
yeah.
the younger geishas, like
Oh,
when
okay.
the geishas are still like between 16 to 23, they're considered Maikos, and it's
Oh, okay.
super sweet because like there's like all these like serene scenes of like a retro house and then like the sunlight filtering in and the girls cooking and then
That's
like
cute. Very choky theme.
yeah, very choky theme. Yeah, exactly. It's super feel good and like some humor in it, some like Japanese pun jokes that I do get,
Oh,
and then
I love that.
it's so good. And I want to kind of journal about it in a way, so or like try to
I thought you
capture.
had a media journal.
I did, but I never caught like kept up with it, so it wasn't something that I say that I do at all because I'm like nothing to back up for it.
Well, I think of like Job and Abby C. And I don't know. I feel like a and doesn't
Chelsea,
Chelsea?
yeah, Chelsea
Yeah.
does media journal. She journals about like, she watches Andor or like some other Marvel
Oh
things.
yeah.
And I feel like I consume too fast and they just like
Yeah.
slip my mind afterwards. But I really want to like capture those moments. I think for me it's K-dramas. Like every K-drama
Yeah,
there's
you're really into that.
there's scenes that are so beautiful. And the thing where you try to screenshot on your iPad with on Netflix, but it's like black screened. Like, no, you
Oh.
can't capture this. And I'm
I
think
I haven't been there, but I can I can
sorry. I
empathize.
tried that several times. Um, I really am thinking about something along that line, like media journal,
Yeah.
but like sketchbook style. So I would
Oh, that's
sketch
so April
or
Woo.
paint a scene from my favorite, like my
Oh
recent
my God.
show to kind of commemorate finishing
So
that.
how come you haven't done that yet?
I'm about to do that, which leads me to the next thing, exciting news.
Oh yeah,
If I
yes.
may,
Really? No, that's a great segue.
so because I was like, oh, I'm talking about it already on the
Take it while you
podcast.
can.
Uh, but on this Friday, the Friday of this episode that comes out, so January 20th, I'm actually gonna be. I was invited to do like a little YouTube live demo with our toolkit. Like I really became friends with Maria, the founder, last year when we worked on the Travelers Company collaboration, and we did like
Yeah.
urban sketching together out at Lake Union. And she's like, "Oh, I love your Penguins Creative like journaling stuff." And then I was telling her, "Yeah, no, I do this all the time, and I love using the art toolkit to draw doodles in my Hobonichi." And she was like, "I see you guys doing that Techo Kaigi thing. What is that?" And I was like, "Well, if you want, we could do a sketchbook Kaigi, which is what do I want to do with." Okay, art lovers out there, you have the same problem. I know it. We all have more than 5 sketchbooks and they're just sitting around uncompleted. So I'm doing a sketchbook Kaigi with Art Toolkit on Friday noon to kind of go over my art habits and like what I plan to do with each book. And like one of it involves that plan, which is doing the media journal with like painting scenes,
Oh, I love
but then
that.
also revisiting,
Yes.
painting like we do, like the non committed to a studio painting way, like doodles, like you did in your Animal Crossing journals, or like my
Yeah.
doodles in the Hobonichi, or like our little urban sketching sketches in the Traverse notebook. So I kind of wanted to do like a little sampling of each and just kind of talk about how you can incorporate art into your journaling practice, or like vice versa, if you want to be a better artist or you want to be a better documenter, like how that intersects in a way, because I feel like I'm kind of in that traffic crossroad of hobbies. Like I'm right there. I have my foot and my foot in many boats. It's sounding weird, this thing, but anyway.
No, I get what you mean.
But I'm like, yeah, I love urban sketching, and I love journaling, I love doodling, I love painting, I love studio work, and I love photography. So it's like a clashing of many hobbies, and then with our many notebooks, with our many sketchbooks, what can you do? What how do you how would I organize my goals for sketchbooks this year? So that's what I'm doing, and it's gonna be on YouTube. And typically, from my experience that we did this last time for travelers, it's gonna be on YouTube. It's gonna be a live stream, so you can chat along on the side. But even if you couldn't make it at that time, it's noon Pacific time. You could
Mhm.
also like
I'm
watch
gonna
it.
be at work, so I'll have to watch it
You
after.
can watch it afterwards, and I hope someone will remind me if my scene is mirrored, because no one said anything last stream. I was like, darn it, the whole
Wait, what do you mean?
last stream I did, the whole time my traveler's notebook was mirrored, so the hotel was like facing the other
Oh.
way, like,
Oh, that's annoying.
yeah, but no one said anything, so I was like, okay. Friends.
Oops.
So that's something exciting, and kind of like why I was talking about the media journal and my version of media
And I don't
journal.
think you said the date though.
Oh, I did January 20th, the Friday the episode comes out, but I'll say it
Yeah.
again.
Oh, okay, cool.
So literally
Nice.
in 2 days, if you're listening on Wednesday.
Oh, I'm like, no. Oh, wait, okay, we're okay.
January 20th. Yeah.
Cool.
Or if you, by the time you listen to this is over, just go to Art Toolkit's.
You missed it.
Yeah, you just go to Art Toolkit's YouTube channel, and you'll find my stack of sketchbook in there.
Well, I will definitely give that a watch after the fact.
Yeah. And finally, your little exciting news.
I do have some exciting news. We officially booked a nib meister for a weekend at Oblation Papers and Press.
Yay!
It's Kirk Spear from Penrome. He's coming back.
Did he come back
so
last year this time too, or was it like?
It was actually last May.
Oh, okay.
And we've had quite a few customers like kind of poking us about like much sooner getting him back, and
hey, we want Kirk or
I know
CY or
and
whoever
like,
who can come.
Yeah, like so I'm very excited that we're catching him in between however many pen shows he does every year. So I'm really looking forward to that. I hope if you are local to the Pacific Northwest area that you're able to come.
And the date
or if
again?
you just I didn't even say.
Oh.
It's April 21 through April 23. So it's the Friday, Saturday, Sunday that weekend.
Nice.
Yeah, so good. I'm so excited.
I feel like
he does a great grind.
He does. We love his architect grind, and he has a
Yes.
cool needlepoint which you recommended. But I like his architect grind. And Ame actually collaborated. Our friend Ame Ru collaborated with him to do his latest sticker, Nip Wolf sticker.
What?
Yeah.
She did?
Yeah.
What?
So if you get a grind from him lately, like recently, you should definitely ask for that version of his stickers, because he always has some
want that.
stickers lying around. It's really cool. Like
Oh my gosh.
the wolf is like holding the spear, but the end is like a nib. Like it's
I love that.
really, really cool.
Well, are you gonna come?
I feel like I could actually. Yeah, looking at that date. I feel like I'm gonna be seeing Kirk a lot though this year in the pen show circuit. So, and not just Kirk, but a lot of other different nib meisters too. So that would be fun.
Have we talked about? I don't mean to pull a Brad Dowdy by talking about this too frequently if I have already, but have we talked about the California Pen Show?
No, we have not.
Should we talk about that? Should we cut this out?
Yeah. No, we should. We could briefly talk about it. We still have time, but yeah, we did pull a Brad Dowdy by starting early now.
In his if I don't know if it was the latest one,
It
but
is the
one of
latest
his
one.
recent episodes, the Mike has given him crap for, oh, is this the Pen Show podcast where we just talk about you going to pen shows? Like,
I actually love listening to
I
every
know, me
episode.
too.
It's like a pre game, like
Yeah.
hyping up before the actual show. I loved every episode and
Yeah.
how excited he is. And then the annoying thing is he talks about the classes and I listen to it too late and then they're sold out like
Yeah.
after their releases. So this year I'm gonna try to be one step ahead of Brad and like sign up for all the classes before they sell out. So
Yeah.
the
So,
paper
well,
ones.
so April and I are both going to be at the California Pen Show, boom, 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 which is not the San Francisco Pen Show. It's a separate thing.
It's
It
in
is in
LA.
it's in LA. Why would I want to go there? I don't really, but I'm just going for the pen show. Um and it is in February, so it's pretty soon.
In 3 weeks, actually. Yeah.
I know, isn't that crazy?
I've never
And
been to LA. I'm so excited.
what?
Yeah, I've
You're
never.
not missing much.
Hey, some people really like Los Angeles, and
Well,
I'm looking forward
yeah.
to the food. And for me, it's gonna be a very, hopefully, a relaxing trip because
That's
although
true.
I'm also going for work, but I'm gonna get Sunday off, so I will be able to,
Ooh.
trot around the venue and check out the vendors in a relaxed manner, hopefully. And because I'm staying with you till Monday, there's
Yay.
no rush to like. I feel like for the past few pen shows I've been, it's always like Sunday was kind of like a really like look
Yeah.
around and then like pulling our like suitcases and having to like get to the airport. I'm looking forward to a relaxed Sunday finally at a pen show.
Yes.
So
Yeah, so the reason that I'm going, if I don't know if it's cool with him if I tell you, but I'm going to be helping CY out at the pen
I
show.
know everyone
So
knows he's going. It's like
the
on the website.
yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah. Well, I'm going to be his what I'm going to refer to myself as the booth bitch. So
You need like a name tag
I do. I
on like a
do.
t-shirt.
Why was I
CY's
talking about that?
CY's BB.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. We were texting about, I don't know, plans and such, and he was kind of concerned about, oh yeah, how are we gonna like go get something to eat? And I'm like, you think April doesn't have a food plan? Like, that's the best part about traveling with her. Come on.
Hey, I was really hoping to rely on some of our local friends there this time.
That's
Like,
true. That's true.
so I don't know,
Yeah.
but also we'll see. I did already scope out like taco joints
See?
around the area and apparently really nice K barbecue down there as well. So
Mm.
um
Oh man, when we had KBBQ, and
Chick-
wasn't that in San Francisco this year?
DC.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, with Ethan and Toasty and
For
everyone.
some, oh yeah, no, you're right.
We were the
I don't even remember, but it was so
it
good.
was the all you can eat too, and we were.
Oh man, we ate so much.
But
Oh,
yeah,
so good.
LA is supposed to have so many good food, so that's why I'm really
Yes,
looking forward to it. And
that's true.
I'm gonna be stopping by like where my boss lives,
Oh
so an area a
yeah.
little bit south than like LA, and there's this like ice cream place I'm really looking forward to going to try. Oh,
Mm.
and maybe we can even meet up with Mai from Paper Tree because she lives down there. So
Oh my god, I would love
I know,
that. That would be
right?
so fun.
So I'm excited.
Nice. Yeah, it's gonna be a good trip. I
The
think
first trip of the year, pension wise.
yeah.
Are you
I
going
think
to?
CY's gonna work me to the bone, but
You will, yeah.
it'll
Hey,
be
but
fine.
you're fine. You're gonna be selling. You just have to be careful. You're not like buying anything he's
Mm,
selling.
dangerous.
Dangerous. Yeah. Who knows what he's gonna bring? He should. You know what he should bring? He should bring glass pens. See why if you're like
Yeah.
not if
Ooh,
you're
that's a good
listening.
idea.
You should bring
Yeah.
glass pens. That's something that they don't have here. I mean, other than inks, those are so much heavier, right?
That's true. Yeah.
And so, yeah, what was I asking? I was asking you if you're going to any other pen shows for the rest of this year.
Who, me?
Yeah. Like aside from
I
this
mean,
California Pen Show and Pacific Northwest Pen Show, are you
yep.
going to any of the other staples like I'm definitely hoping to return to the SF for sure,
Oh yeah,
for
I'm
fun or
assuming that
for
I
fun
will.
or for work, and then either way, I definitely want to go back there. Any
Yeah,
other
SF is the best.
fun ones you might want to go?
I mean, what if, and this is crazy, what if we got to go to Tips? I mean, probably not. I don't know.
Oh
I'm
my
just
goodness,
that would be cool if
that
we
is
could.
kind of in my plans. I'm really, really
Really?
hoping I
Oh.
could make a like November trip back to Japan. And our friend Ariel Toasty Tree has been talking. Sorry, I'm sharing
Oh,
your
that's right.
plans, but you shared it on Twitch already. So, she's thinking about going to Tips,
Oh,
and so I'm
shoot.
kind of like, what if we all go to Tips
Oh
this
my god,
year?
that would be so fun.
Ah!
Oh,
The Tokyo
oh my
International
gosh.
Pen Show again, like
Yeah.
just in
Yeah.
case someone doesn't understand. Um,
Like, what the hell is Tips?
it'd be so
Yeah, which I've
fun
been before, but it's been since
in its
2019.
super early stage,
Yeah.
right? I mean, they've probably evolved to be something much bigger and cooler. Like
Yeah,
just listening to the recent episodes of Tokyo Inklings, like they
definitely.
they seem to be the place to be.
Yeah,
So
gets me all excited.
but that's all the way at the end of the year, November, and then next thing you know, it's gonna be Christmas.
Oh, jeez, don't say
I
that.
was waiting for this reaction
We,
exactly.
we just got done with this, okay? I'm like just recovered now.
The
Oh,
sugar cookie sleigh ride still has these
oh.
like gingerbread people.
That's a very creepy illustration.
Hey, hey, it's cute. Anyway, that wraps up our episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope
I hope you laughed. I laughed a lot.
I know my cheeks are a little sore right now. And it's funny because right before recording this, I was like, we should be like Tokyo Inklings and do like a yearly like prediction or wrap up thing.
It's too late.
and I was like, actually, I think I'm too lazy for that. Let's just talk about deserted islands and what stationery we're bringing.
And then like reassign the definition at the last minute. We're at a cabin.
Okay, and then last thing I want to shout out of obviously, which I hinted at last episode because I knew beforehand, but now I can finally say it, is that the new podcast that CY is running
Oh
with our
yes.
dear friend Esther
It's so
Molina.
good.
It's called
I listened to the first episode.
it's a stationery themed podcast about stationery lifestyle in Japan, which is like the thing and that
So
we
good.
all obsess about. It's called From Our Desk to Yours, and they will hopefully be scouting or scoping out all the cool events and like and talk about things just like the recent
What?
MD 15th anniversary showcase that they went
Yes.
to. I'm
What?
spilling the contents of your next episode, hopefully.
Why don't you guys have an Instagram page yet?
They
What's
do.
that about?
They have.
They do?
Yeah, but there's nothing on it yet. Yeah, CY needs to get
Oh,
on that.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I will go follow you. I just like people kept tagging just the two of them and I'm like, "Well,
Yeah,
where's the
there
thing?"
is one, but like a very simple post
Okay.
on it. But I'm so
Signal
excited for
boost.
Esther and this new project, and I'm
Yes,
looking.
it's really fun. I love listening to Esther talk. She
Me
is
too.
so cute.
And
Like
she
I
like
just want to
loves the stuff so much. You can hear it in her
Yes.
voice.
Yes.
And I like when I was
She's so
listening to the first
wonderful.
episode, I was just like I was playing Pokemon while listening, and then they're talking about the
Nice.
part about like the old style of the journal where it's like 2 days, one page. Anyway,
Yes.
and I was just like,
Oh, I freaked out at that part too.
and I was like, writing on my Koraidon, and then like, yeah, these Japanese manuscript, and I'm like, yeah, I'm really feeling this. This is perfect topic with my like Pokemon adventure. I don't know, something just like clicked right there, and I was really
Yes.
excited about it.
So
My only thing
good.
is, please release more episodes. I need more stationary content.
Hey,
Stationary
they're
content.
on it. I know I keep being like,
Whips.
words and roses, where's your next episode?
I know.
I need more.
They release too close to us, so I binge it over one weekend and then have to wait 2 weeks for everyone.
I know, right? Yeah,
Mm.
they're kind of, I think they're my chore podcast.
Just like we are people's chore podcast too. Anyway, I'm really excited about everyone's ventures this year, and I'm secretly hoping
Yeah.
more people would do podcasts, and then we can listen to
Yes. Oh,
some.
so then I have things to listen to all the time.
Well, since we're promoting, I'll just slip in one more. Do you know Job also does a podcast, but only if you
But
subscribe
it's
to
only
his
on his Patreon, right?
Patreon? Yes.
Which is a good reason to join his Patreon.
That's exactly what I was trying to say.
He's so cute. I love Job so much. I love you, Job, if you're listening.
Come to the Pacific Northwest Pen Show.
Oh my god, yes. Please.
Anyway, again, finally, officially wrapping up this episode. We dragged that on
Yeah,
for
we're
a
kind
little
of
bit.
dragging on.
Um,
You're welcome.
but yeah, let's talk to each other again in 2 weeks. Bye, Kelly.
Okay, bye, April.